Okay, so I'm doing a wash and go as promised. I just co-washed my hair, poured water on it. Let me stop. I ran my hair underneath the faucet, put conditioner in it, ran my fingers through it. Got my trusty comb, 2 clips, and some foam. You'll see me separating my hair in really big sections. Usually when I do a wash and go, I do smaller sections. But I didn't have time today. I had time just enough to make my hair look like something, and I also wanted to record this video promptly because it was requested. I am going through and I am applying foam, and I'm taking my fingers to rake it through from root to end. As you see, there is a lot of foam, and that is very, very important in your wash and go that you're using enough foam. Another thing that you should do before this is spray your hair with leave-in, because you want to make sure that you put your moisturizer throughout your hair before you put the foam on top, because that helps you with frizz. Dry hair equals frizz. No matter how much foam you put on it, you will get frizz. And I'm saying that because I'm sitting here as my hair is drying and I see frizz because I did not use leave-in conditioner. I just didn't feel like it. So you see me here just going through in no particular fashion. I'm just sectioning hair, making sure that I get the foam from the root to the end. My hair is still wet, it's still dripping, which is very important when you're doing a wash and go. You want to make sure that your hair is wet. If it's drying out, you need to spray it back down to make sure that it stays wet. I am taking, again, large sections because I do not mind frizz in my wash and go, and I do not mind volume. I'm not looking for my wash and go to be like the Soul Glow look, where it looks all wet and every single curl is completely defined. I am just looking for my hair to be cute, managed, and curly. That's it. So as you see here, grab the big section, and if it's too big, you can just take and separate it into a smaller section just so that you can get the foam through it, and then continue on around your head in the same manner. Again, I do suggest you take smaller sections, but again, for time reasons, I took larger ones. As you see me using my comb in the middle section of my hair, that is the section of my hair that tingles the most because I have so many short pieces there that to get down to the root, my curls are tight. So I'm just going through the middle of my head and yeah, just putting the foam from root to end. Pretty much the same process that I did in the front. I do use the foam on the very front of my hair, my edges, so that they lay down. I'm not really one that uses edge control because it's greasy and it breaks me out. So I usually try to use foam just so that it'll lay down and relax. I like texture, so I'm not looking for that smooth silked edges slayed to the guys. I'm not looking for that. I just want them to lay down. Again, this thick middle section going through, combing from end to root. That is how you help your hair not to be ripped out. End to root so that you can detangle effectively. I am also making sure to go through with my fingers again to distribute the product from root to end. By this part of my wash and go, I just want it to be over because for me, my arms get really, really tired. And I'm noticing that as my hair gets longer, my curls are changing again. So my curls used to be really, really tight, like a curly afro. And now it seems like my curls, the longer my hair gets, the heavier my hair gets, my curls are turning more into waves. More like, the S shape. But I'm not too mad about that. One more section for the back of my head because I want to hide those short sections and I want to make sure that it's full. I think this wash and go was one of my harder ones because it just reminds me of how much hair I am missing in the middle of my head from postpartum shedding. Now onto my front section. And with my front section, I always take smaller sections because I can see it. And I take smaller sections also because my curl is looser in the front, so it tends to frizz faster than my curls in the sides and in the back. I try to take my remaining product and just redistribute it in my hair because I need as much foam on this front hair compared to any other part of my hair. I think I got a couple of more sections here where I'm just, again, foam from root all the way to the end. The biggest thing is if you see frizz in your set, when your hair dries, you'll still see frizz. Again, whatever you see in your wash and go set, while it's wet, you will see it when it is dry, minus that white foam. I typically like my wash and go with a side part, but because my hair is longer, but it's not long enough, I do a micro part in the very, very front, just so that my part is not a big, see how big that is, how open that is? I definitely want to have volume, but I want it to be in a way that is complementing to me, in my preference. So I do that small part in the front, and then I bring my hair towards the front. My favorite thing about wash and goes is I just like to have that volume around my face. Just going back through, so I have a lot of clumped curls, so I'm going through to check to see what curls need to be separated, because sometimes in wash and goes, when you get lazy, like I am this entire wash and go, you have clump sections, and those clump sections, it prevents you from having optimum volume. So I'm just going through. Even those little stringy pieces turn into frizz. So I took that little piece and put it with a bigger curl. Just going through, making sure it's laying how I want it to lay, so that when it's dry, I get the set that I want. And then as you see on the side of my head, there's a clump section, and it looks like I have a little hole. See that right there? Right there. So you see that clump? I'm going through, smoothing the product through to the end. And then I'm just going to go through and separate it. And then I'm just spot checking for any other little frizzies that I may see. Spot checking for any other clumped curls that I may see. And once I'm done, I just look in the mirror from side to side just to make sure that I got the look that I want. Looks all right to me. So then I let it air dry, and then you'll see pictures here. As you can see, the middle section of my hair is completely different texture than the rest. This is pretty much my wash and go. I like it. I hope you find this helpful. If you need any more help, please DM me.